Hello, it's me, Lorenzo Buttram Hubbard. Hashtag I'm Lorenzo Bitch. And I don't know if you guys can tell where I am. Obviously you can't because all you can see is the ceiling. But I'm at Lilt Lounge. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, so any other form of social media, you know that Lilt Lounge is one of the places that I have checked in hundreds of times over the last few years. And it's one of the places that I enjoy coming so many times, at least a few times a week. And I just want to share with you guys. Okay, tonight I am the last customer, the last one. It's closing as of tonight, and it's going to open as a new venue. A few days ago, I did a video that was just funny, which I really loved. And it was just me being funny, but I thought that it deserved much more respect than to do something that was just funny and just, off the cuff. This is a place that has gone through we're inside the Epic Hotel in downtown Miami. And this is a beautiful location that has gone through many different new births, we'll call it. And you know what? And I thought that this was such an interesting dynamic especially for my vlog, because I vlog not only for the Gay Socialite as far as social things that are going on, but I also blog about architectural and interior design things that are going on. And this is the perfect example when the two crash. When the social crashes with the architectural and interior design. When you have, right now, here in Miami, I always pay attention. I've lived in many countries and I've designed things in many countries, and I always tell people, I don't pay attention to how many new businesses open. I always pay attention to how many close. How many businesses do you have in any particular genre, any particular demographic that are closing? Here in Miami, we have a lot of businesses, and I'm just gonna speak about Brickell because that's where I live, you have people that are coming from different countries, investing their money, and within 3 to 6 months, those businesses are closing. The reason I bring that up is because I don't think that there was any reason for this particular location to close and to then decide to become a retail location to sell watches. I think that's what I heard that they're going to do. I think what was wrong is the design of the location. It was a horrible design from the very beginning. And also the marketing team and the people who actually marketed and decided, they never paid attention to their market. They never paid attention to the people who were going to Zuma, for example, which is right next door. They never paid attention to the people who were going upstairs to Area 31. And what these people were looking for when they left these particular locations, I have so many followers, so many clients, so many friends who told me they didn't even know this place existed until I posted or checked in here. They walked past it and didn't even know it was here. Design flaw. So the reason I say that is because if you're an architect, an architectural student, an interior designer or interior design student, that's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to guide your client to that happy median, to not only make a decision about what it is they want to open, but also know what it is that the public is asking for. What I find so many times as architects and architectural designers, as interior designers, interior decorators, whatever label you may want to use, is people are just concerned about getting a check. They're just concerned about making money. They're not concerned about creating something amazing. For me, I actually love when on a Friday night or a Saturday night, I'm able to stand in any particular place in the world and know that there are hundreds of thousands of people having a great time in places that I designed all over the world. What I'm saying to you, if that is what you really want to create, that's where your inspiration comes from, then you're on the right track. If you're just concerned about making money as an architect or as an interior designer, then that's not what you should be doing. You should be thinking about creating the absolute best thing for your client. And the best thing for your client is going to be something that's going to be open for more than 3 to 6 months. Let me say this. If you are trying to create something that's going to get your name out there, if you're trying to create something that's going to make you memorable, it's not going to be with something that's open for 3 to 6 months. So you need to take the time to research the market, research the demographic, of wherever you're creating something, and create something that's unique and different, something that people want, something that people are looking for. Yes, here in Miami, we are saturated with certain type. I'm not even going to go into what type of clubs and what type of restaurants and what type of lounges we're saturated with. That's not important. We are saturated with certain types of things, and there are people who come here with money, and guess what? They open the exact same type of things that we already have. I say to the people of Epic Hotel, this place should not have closed. And I'm saying this to you strongly. We're inside of a hotel, one of the staple hotels and residences in downtown in Brickell, Miami. And now you're about to put because you already have one, another retail location inside of this venue. Not a hospitality and entertainment location, but a retail location. And what this was calling for, what people needed, what people wanted, was another fabulous entertainment venue. Some place where they could leave Area 31, where they could leave Zuma and continue their night without having to move their car to another location. But you guys didn't give that to them. You guys decided to make a decision to do something that was easy for you. You guys decided to do something financially, and I'm sorry, I'm sure you probably don't need the money, but you guys did something that was probably a decision for you that was a 5-year, 10-year contract, that was a watch shop or jewelry shop, I don't know, that was just going to pay rent. But do you really think, and I live here in Brickell, and I've been living here for years, do you really think that the people who live in Brickell, the people who live in downtown, the people that live here, or the people that are traveling here, are going to bypass Brickell City Center? Yes, you're gonna, that was Hector. He's going to be in this video. So you really think that the people that live in this area are going to bypass all of the malls and all of the other places that come to a hotel, a tower that is residential and commercial, to come to a jewelry store or a watch shop? I think that's a good question to ask yourself, especially when you consider that you have to valet park just to get in. So what I would like to say, as one of the customers that came here, as an architectural and interior designer, and hashtag the Gay Socialite, hashtag the Brickell Socialite, I'm someone who actually knows a lot about this subject. And I say, you guys did not need to close. You needed to redesign. You needed to hire a marketing team. You needed to do something different than what you were doing. But closing was not what you needed to do. Anyway, I'm just saying to all of you babies out there before I leave, remember, you owe it to your customers, you owe it to your clients to be the absolutely best interior designer, architectural designer that you could possibly be. And if you're not studying the market, if you're not studying the demographics of the places where you're designing something, then you're not doing that. I'll give you an example just before I end. I've lived in many countries, you guys, most of the people that follow me know that. But one of the places that I designed something was Nicaragua, where I designed many places with Nicaragua, including the House of the Vice President. But one day I was at a club that was horrible. And I went to the owner and I said, I have a design, I have an idea for something that would be fabulous. I presented that design and it was called Altabar. And you know what? I even gave him, he had another place that was called Altabar in Panama. And I said, you know what? Let's use the same name. Let's just call it Altabar Nicaragua because you already have a place called Altabar in Panama. We did go with Altabar Nicaragua, and I said to him, well, when I'm designing this place for you here in Nicaragua, I'm designing this place with you with the thought that one day is going to be something more. Something, not only because I'm designing something for you now that I believe that the people here in Nicaragua are actually asking for, but I'm also designing something that I think that 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road is going to be something that they're going to want. And so I told him, I'm designing this for you to be able to present this structure, this business to Hard Rock Cafe. For them to be able to then say, I love this structure and think that this would be perfect for us to be able to put a Hard Rock Cafe here in Nicaragua. Well, fast forward, now keep in mind, this is 2012. Fast forward to 2014, I'm sorry. Fast forward to 2018, and there's a Hard Rock Cafe in Nicaragua. Not only was Altabar the #1 and the most fabulous club in Nicaragua, but after 2 years, they were able to present themselves to Hard Rock Cafe and then become a franchise of Hard Rock Cafe. So I'm just saying, to all of my architects, all of my interior designers, all my architectural designers, my promoters, all of the people who have money and want to create something that's absolutely fabulous, hire the right person, do the right thing, do your homework, because if you don't, you make a huge mistake, like I think they're doing here. And to the people here at the Epic Hotel, I've been one of your most loyal customers, and I will continue to be one of your most loyal customers at your other locations in Zuma as well as Area 31. But I think you're making a huge mistake by closing this particular location. And when you realize that, call me, because guess what? I know exactly what you need to do. Anyway, this has been Lorenzo Buttram Hubbard, hashtag I'm Lorenzo Bitch, hashtag the Gay Socialite, hashtag the Brickle Socialite. Have a nice night, babies. Bye, Lil. And thank you to all the people who served me here. You've been so fabulous.